Hello, boys and girls. Today we're here to talk about The Dark Knight Rises. We're only 9 years late to the party, so I'm super thrilled to talk about it because I'm sure you guys have not heard anyone else ever talk about this movie. Anyway, hi, my name's Narwhal. I'm in the midst of doing a challenge right now where I watch through every single superhero movie ever made in order because I've never seen any of them. So, holy shit, that opening scene of The Dark Knight Rises is wild. I might have said this in a past review, I can't remember, but 90% of the time, if a movie has a really engaging opening scene, it's generally a good movie. That's something I've noticed. Like, some of the Hellboy movies were just really boring openings to me, and then the movie just didn't pick up. Like, that was kind of the pace of the whole movie. And the plane fight with Bane at the beginning was just absolutely awesome, and I was sweaty, my hands were clammy, it was great. Oh my god, it was so sad and beautiful and tragic all at the same time when Alfred gave a speech to Bruce Wayne where he was saying how he hoped one day he would see Bruce with a wife and kids away from Gotham because there's nothing in Gotham left for him other than pain and tragedy. And it literally just, oh, my heart. I was so sad because it was so true and it was so meaningful, and Alfred has such good intentions from the get-go. In every movie, you can tell that Alfred loves Bruce and he wants the best for him. And when you see how broken up about that Alfred is, it really just makes you realize, like, damn, Bruce's life was pretty fucked up and it's still kind of fucked up, but he's still trying to do the right thing, and it's, I don't know, it's just sad. And on that note, in my Batman Begins review, I talked a little bit about how I thought it was interesting that Batman is a trust fund kid and has all this money, and that when they created him as a superhero, they made him this way for a purpose. And to me, it seemed a little weird that you would make a trust fund rich kid, like privileged kid, this likable hero, because I was like, wouldn't you want less privileged kids to watch a movie and feel like they can relate to him and that they can grow up and do something great? But something that I didn't even think of that you guys commented and were telling me about, which I really appreciate, by the way. If you guys ever can give me insight into something about these movies, be sure to leave it in the comments down below. But you guys were saying that that's actually something really special, is the fact that he has all this money and he has no need or reason to do these good things for the city of Gotham, but he does it anyways. Like, there's no financial incentive for him. All he wants to do is make Gotham a better and safer place, and he's lost everything. He lost his family, and yes, he has the money, but it's not about the money. And I think what you guys were kind of explaining is that it shows that despite that, he still wants to be a good person, and that is powerful in and of itself, and I totally get that. All right, this has absolutely nothing to do with the movie, but I made this smoothie earlier, and I was just thinking about how I put almond milk in this smoothie, like a pretty good amount of almond milk, but then when I blend it up, it turns into a smoothie, which is like more of a food vibe than a drink vibe. But will this smoothie make me pee or poop? You know what I'm saying? Because there's liquid in there, but does my stomach and brain know that that's liquid, or does it treat it as a food? Because it's the consistency of a mushy food, but there's liquid in it, so I don't know if it's gonna make me go pee. Pretty weird if you ask me. The motorcycle hostage chase was absolutely terrifying and awesome. I love Tom Hardy as Bane, and when he said, "Do you feel in charge?" I thought that was really awesome. I'm super sorry for my impression right there. I can't do impressions. I just can't act at all in any sense of the word. So anytime I do an impression, it's totally off. I think my favorite aspect of this movie was the prison/dungeon thing that Bruce gets put into, and just learning about the history of that and kind of putting the pieces together as you watch and trying to figure out, like, who is this kid that escaped? And I don't know, just seeing Bruce learn from the people in the jail and training and trying to find a way to escape was a really inspirational storyline, I guess. But goddamn, Bruce was down there doing push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups. He was trying to get jacked because he had to make those jumps, some really far jumps, and all I could think about is there's no way he was hitting his macro goals. Like, he did not have enough protein, he did not have enough carbs, he needs some of that fat in there, some avocados. He wasn't getting anything. So in fact, his workouts were probably not that helpful because he didn't have the fuel to help his body recover to give him the results he wanted. I'm kind of kidding. I don't really give a shit about that. I also don't know how much of that is true, but as I was watching, I was just like, god damn, this guy's training. Like, he's got to need some fuel. Like, that's half of the battle is you train hard, But then the other half is like eating the right stuff and fueling your body. And I'm just like, how is he going to make this jump on an empty stomach? He's going to be lightheaded. He's going to feel pretty shitty. And then he's going to make the jump, slip, and fall to his death. I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. I would absolutely love if one of these big budget movies got released and it was marketed as like a Batman movie, and it was a Batman movie, but the twist is that the main superhero that everyone likes dies in the first 20 minutes. And it's not like a fake death. It's not like a you think they die and they come back later, or you think they die and they come back in the sequel. No, like it's a Batman movie. Batman gets shot in the fucking head and is dead, and then everyone gets bamboozled because they paid $15 to go watch it and they only got 20 minutes of Batman, and then it's just one big joke. I think it would be awesome. I don't really know why I think it would be awesome. I just like to see people in misery, and I think that people would be pretty upset about that. One thing I've learned about films and just life in general is everything's easier if you don't care that much. Like if you don't take a side, if you don't get invested, you don't care if a character dies. So in my case, I'm just not going to get invested in anything. And then anything that happens, I can't be mad about, or I won't want to be mad about it because I don't care about it in the first place. Probably not good advice for any people that want to do anything cool with their life, but something to think about. Overall, I really enjoyed the themes about how anyone can be a hero. As a whole, I think this was a great movie. I really did enjoy it. I think if The Dark Knight never existed in the first place, this would be regarded as a little higher than it is, just because it can't really compare to The Dark Knight. And that's not to say that Tom Hardy or Christian Bale didn't kill it. They were both amazing. All the performances were amazing as expected. On TikTok, I gave the movie an 8 out of 10, and I'm going to stick with that. I think it was about on par with Batman Begins. Still a pretty solid movie. I don't know if I'd watch it again, at least anytime soon, but I do recommend it. So with that being said, thank you all so much for the support. It's been really fun making all these videos recently, and I'm just so glad that you guys love them as much as I do. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought of The Dark Knight Rises. Also, subscribe if you're new, and if you want extra content, be sure to check out my podcast called Peak to Middle School. All of it is linked in the description down below. There's full video versions of that show every single Monday and Thursday on YouTube. I love it. I think if you like these videos, you like the podcast, so go check it out. Anyways, guys, I'm about to start the MCU with Iron Man. I am so excited to go on this journey and for you guys to follow along with me. I've heard a lot about the MCU, and I'm gonna go watch it. Peace.